All right, guys, thanks for joining us today. Again, exciting time for Delta State football as the Statesmen this weekend will travel down to the University of West Florida to take on the Argonauts. Kickoff Saturday is set for 6 o'clock at Blue Wahoo Stadium in Pensacola. The Statesmen are 2-1 all time against West Florida, including a 28-25 victory at Blue Wahoo Stadium back in 2017, the last time we went down to Pensacola. Statesmen are coming off a 34-9 throttling of North Greenville this past Saturday in Tigerville, South Carolina. It was Coach Todd Cooley's 40th career victory here at Delta State. The Statesmen held the Crusaders to under 200 yards, 176.9, season low there. Again, Rico Owens, 99 yards, rushing 2 touchdowns, career best for him. L.J. Hawkins also had 8 receptions, 76 yards, and a touchdown, all career highs for him as well. Breck Ruddock in his first start this year, 23 of 30 passing, 198 yards. He collected his 10th win as a starting quarterback here at Delta State as well in that win. And with that, Taylor Crabtree was named the GSC Special Teams Player of the Week. Second straight week in a row that Taylor has earned that honor. He leads the GSC with 9 field goals now in the season and 12 attempts. Ranks third in the country in field goals coming into this game as well. With that, I'll bring up Coach Todd Cooley. Your questions.
Appreciate everybody being here. Obviously, really pleased with the outcome on Saturday. Felt like we went into a first road game that we've won here since 2017. We won a playoff victory against Bowie State. It's not an easy place to go play. I thought North Greenville came out and outplayed us in the first half, played with a lot of energy, made a lot of plays. Quarterback, running back made some plays on the first drive, and I think the first drive was 75 yards, and after that I felt like our defense did an unbelievable job holding them to like 102 or 3 yards the rest of the game. Thought in the third quarter we played very complimentary football. Got an interception by Tim Irvin, big play to start the second half, set up a touchdown by Breck Ruddock, and then we got the ball back, and Rico Owens busted a 70-something yard run, maybe 73-yard run the second drive, and then the third drive was a really good drive, and L.J. Hawkins got his first touchdown as a Statesman, and really proud of that young man from Water Valley, Mississippi, and stuff that he's been through here, and he's a hard worker. This is we'll just meet today, but I'm sure he'll be over here catching balls and working, and his hard work is paying off, and I was really proud of L.J. on Saturday. And just really proud of the whole football team. We're banged up, but we played 2 Gulf South games. We played 4 tough football games so far this year. Doesn't get any easier. West Florida is a very good opponent. They're undefeated in the conference as well. Big come-from-behind victory last week over Mississippi College. They're throwing the ball very well. They're only giving up 270 yards of offense a game. They only give up 13-something points a game, averaging like 37. They can throw it with anybody. Coach Shinnick has always done a really good job in their passing game, and that makes them very, very dangerous. I think their quarterback's playing really, really well. He's got a lot of good targets. So it's going to be a challenge. It's a tough place to play. It's their homecoming, I think. I'm sure they'll have a big crowd, and they'll be ready for us. So another tough one coming up this week. We got to be ready to play, and long trip we just got back from, but we've done that before when we came back from Michigan. So we'll bounce back and get some guys healed up and try to get prepared to go play a really good football game.
So far this season, just talk about the overall balance, just particularly this past week on offense. It seemed like whether it was passing or throwing, y'all were very effective in all phases. Just talk about how the offense is slowly progressing.
I think we're just getting better. I just think we're just getting a little bit better. We're starting to figure out. I think we have an identity on offense. I think that's something in football nowadays that people just don't think about a lot. Everybody wants to run this play or that play, but who are you? And we know who we are. I mean, we're gonna run the football. We everything comes off of that. We know that. Our kids know that. Our players are bought into that. So it's what we're going to do. We started this trend, tried to start it middle of last year, and it's I always just felt like if you can run the football and you can stop the run, you got a chance to win a lot of games. And so far, that theory and has kind of worked out this year. It's been a good thing for us to do. Let me say it like that. It's kind of what we believe in on both sides of the ball, and we've been able to execute that so far. It's going to be a tough challenge to execute that, like I said, on Saturday, because these guys are very multiple on defense, and they can spread you out and put you in a lot of hurt on offense. So, you don't want to really get in a big-time shootout with these guys because they can go get it done.
Also against North Greenville, y'all held them to 175 yards, under 3 yards a carry. How tenacious was the defense? Because just looking at the numbers, it seemed like somebody had a pass breakup here, an interception, fumble recovery. Just seemed like the entire team really had some key plays and some numbers.
Yeah. Here. Well, I mean, I think that's still goes back to being one of the big strengths of our football teams, our defense. I feel like we've got a very good defensive front. I feel like we're good in the back end, and those guys believe in our defensive staff. Coach Green and his staff have done an unbelievable job getting those guys prepared. They're bought in, and they're playing a very physical, violent brand of football right now, and we need that to continue. And we are relentless is a good word. I think that we are at times very relentless, and we're going to have to be on Saturday because we're playing against an offense that can hurt you in so many different ways. So we're going to be very disciplined. We're going to have to cover guys. We're going to have to get pass rush. We're going to do all those things that you have to do down in and down out excuse me, to be successful on the defensive side of the ball.
As far as running backs, Dion and Rico, they seem to complement each other quite well. Just talk a little about how that 1-2 punch has,
Well, I mean, Stephen, back when we recruited him out of Colin, we were just happy if we got one. Rico committed first, and we were ecstatic. And then Dion said he was coming as well. And for those guys to play 2 years at a junior college and basically do the same thing that they're doing here, split time, but they've got a great relationship. They wanted to play with each other, so we were like, yeah, we'd love to have you both. I mean, that was the plan all along. I thought they were as good as any two that I'd seen coming out of that league. With what we do, they fit. They're both big guys. They break tackles. They can pass protect. They can both catch the football out of the backfield. So for us to be able to get both of them, they're both honor students here. Both of them were in our top 10 academically. I think they both had identical 3.63 GPAs in the spring. They both handle their business off the field. They're great teammates. We're blessed to have them. Wish we had them for 4 years. We'll take them for 2. But we're really excited. Both of them right here from the Magnolia State. I'm blessed to have them, and I'll be honest with you, I cannot tell at times which one's in the game. I really can't. If I see Rico's little blonde locks or whatever he's got there, then I can tell that that's Rico. But other than that, I mean, they look the same. One's 2, one's 5, and a lot of times I have to wait on film. I'll say, Coach, who was that? And he'll have to tell me which one it was. So, but I think they're both great players, and we're blessed to have them.
You talked about the defense, Coach Green's adjustments. They had 2 different quarterbacks North Greenville did, and took a drive for each one of them, and then you basically shut down and talk about the adjustments Coach Green and his defensive players made.
Well, the first drive, I think we checked out of we got some upperclassmen at linebacker, and they checked out of a call Coach Green had made like 3 straight times. They made an empty check and checked out of a pressure that he wanted, and he finally got them to calm down. And just early that drive, we were kind of all over the place. I thought we were ready to play. I probably made a mistake. I got us to the stadium a little early. That was poor planning on my part. I got to do a better job of that. But we were ready to play. It's just I think I don't know. Sometimes that timing's just got to be perfect when you come in there and you got a routine that you're used to. And I think we were a little off. We were there a little too early, but the first drive showed it. But we calmed down, Same thing we did on offense at halftime. I basically just walked in and told everybody to take a deep breath. We took 2 or 3 deep breaths together, and we said, hey, let's calm down. We've been in this position now. That's 4 straight games. We've had the lead at halftime. Let's go finish this one. Just like you finished last week, let's go finish this one. And I talked to him about the first few minutes of the second half were going to be very important. And luckily for us, Tim Irvin made a great play, interception. Breck scores the next play, and the momentum. It's a game, man. College football is a game of momentum. And we seized the momentum in the third quarter, and we didn't give it back. So that was huge.
Right now in the standings, 3-way tie, first place, undefeated at the same time in league play. A lot of football left to be played, obviously, but how gratifying is it to be in the position that you're in right now?
Well,
knowing that there's still a lot of football, but yet
mm-hmm.
you're not playing catch up. But you're
right. Well, I mean, it's week 5, and we still control our own destiny. And as long as we can keep controlling our own destiny, you feel good about your chances. And big ball games, man. A lot, like you said, a lot of wood still left to be chopped. Got to get some guys back. Got to keep preparing. Got to keep getting better. I felt like we did not play our best half in the first half against North Greenville, and I'm not taking anything away from them. A lot of it was due to them. They played well and got after us. But we've got to come back and play 2 halves of football, and we're still looking to play that complete game from start to finish. And hopefully that'll happen on Saturday. We're gonna need it. We're gonna need it because we're playing against a very, very tough opponent who has 2 years removed from playing for a national title. So, I mean, they've got a bunch of guys on that team that were on that team, and they know how to win football games down at West Florida. They've been doing it ever since they came into the league, and this will be a tough road matchup for us, but it is what it is. I mean, if you're going to be there at the end, you got to go win games on the road, and you got to go into tough environments, and you got to get it done. So nobody feels sorry for Delta State, I can promise you. They didn't last year. They won't this year. They won't next year. Just got to keep playing. I appreciate y'all. Thank you very much.